So the idea for Rising Tide Car Wash came because my brother Andrew has autism, and when he was turning about 21 years old, we were really trying to figure out what was Andrew going to be able to do with his life. And it became really clear really quickly that in order for him to lead the full adult life that we knew he was capable of, that we were going to have to take action as a family. My father, John Dieri, and I started this business. It was really as a means to employ him, and it's kind of grown from there. We bought our first car wash location back in 2012. It was a struggling car wash in Parkland, Florida. It was only washing about 35,000 cars a year. And over time, we were able to renovate it, really make it an excellent location, run by 80% people with autism, and the business took off. Today, it washes over 170,000 cars a year. And we were able to take that success and open 2 more locations that are just as successful as the first one.
This is my first job, so I was a little bit kind of nervous, but as I seen people motivating me, telling me that it would be easy, not to worry about it, and now I'm really confident now.
They get pushed. They might feel like, I can't do this, but they're reinforced by our supervisors and by our managers to keep going, keep trying, you can do it. And over time, we've seen transformation among many of our employees to be able to say, hey, not only can I be a good employee, but there's other stuff I want to do. And then they can go get that job because they have something on their resume now. We've had over 100 people since we started leave us and move on to other employment. And that's because of the confidence that they gain here.
I pretty much learned how the customers on the outside world behave and how to deal with them, how to deal with customers. Of course, I'm still working on that, but it just gives me a good, insight on how customers are in real life and how to deal with them.
I think the thing that really sticks out the most about this whole journey is that our employees with autism don't require anything special. They just require a really well-run business, the same things that any employee would need. They just might need it a little bit more. By designing objective hiring, by being deliberately developmental in the way that we train our team members, and when someone is struggling, by looking at how the business is failing that person, not how that person is failing the business, we've really just built a better operation for anyone that is involved in it. We're able to now take, let's say, a really excited recent high school graduate or someone who's currently getting an associate's degree or something like that, and we're able to turn them into a manager in like 3 months. And that's because of how well we've really focused on designing things to work effectively. We just opened our Coral Springs location in July of 2022, and that location is really unique because it's actually run 100% by neurodivergent employees. We've simplified operations, we've made things really clear, really consistent, very streamlined, and that's allowed us to be able to do that.
I've been working at Rising Tide Car Wash for a few years. It's been a really fulfilling experience and has really helped me move forward in a lot of areas of my life. This is a business that is very accommodating to our needs. You get a lot of places where you find that you need to meet very lofty expectations, whereas at Rising Tide Car Wash, you get a lot of the sense of they want to know what you can do and how best you can do what you can, as opposed to asking you to do more and more and more. It's a matter of setting boundaries and then pushing those boundaries in ways that are constructive instead of destructive.
Our employees with autism, they absolutely positively need structure and clarity in the expectations of the role, in how they do a role. But when they have that, they're exceptional employees. But every employee needs that. Every employee needs clarity. When there's ambiguity in a role, we tend to focus on the wrong things or get frustrated or stressed out for no real reason. So we need to frame the things that people with autism need, not as accommodations, special accommodations for this person, but as insights into making our businesses better for everyone who works there. For Andrew, this has become a community for him. He works 4 days a week. He loves the people that he works with. And more than anything else, he's really proud that he's the inspiration for this business. This is for the first time for many of our team members. They really have a community of peers that have had similar lived experiences that they have, and they're all striving for the same type of goal within the organization. Recently we did a team event, our Christmas party, and we promoted one of our neurodivergent team members into a supervisor role. The atmosphere of how absolutely ecstatic the whole team was for Sean to be able to move into that role, it was incredible. Sean was so excited that he actually lifted me up over his shoulder to celebrate. And that's the type of commitment that we have from our team members, but also the type of really supportive community that we have in our culture.
I felt excited. I felt like, oh, this was never going to happen to me, but here I am, I'm a supervisor. I have more confidence now than I did when I first worked here at the Rising Tide Car Wash. And it's due to the fact that I'm used to customers now, and I'm used to working, and like the amount of training, the amount of years of experience being here, it's made me feel comfortable with working.
I hope when people come and visit us, first thing that they realize is that we've got happy and engaged employees who are doing a professional job and a really good service. And hopefully that will show them that people with autism can be exceptional employees for any organization. On a busy day at this location, we'll wash well over 1,000 cars. That's a lot going on in an 11-hour day. And it's run almost entirely by neurodivergent team members. And that should tell you that the capability that people with autism have has been radically undervalued. And that's what we really want people to take away when they come here.